Walter van Beirendonck is a Belgian designer with an avant-garde, experimental and colorful design style. His artwork is often reflected in his clothing designs. Walter was born on February 4, 1957 and is a native of Antwerp, Belgium. His career spans over 40 years, and he is best known as one of the Antwerp Six. Walter van Beirendonck's work has continued since the 1980s, especially as a member of the Antwerp Six. His designs often convey social issues about gender, identity, technology, and the environment through clothing that echoes the art and fashion trends of the time. In the 1990s, his designs responded to the rise of technology and postmodernism with futuristic and experimental elements. In the 2010s, his environmental and sustainability themes reflect global concerns. His design style combines elements of pop art, surrealism and avant-garde art, characteristics that resonate with contemporary art trends. Walter designs most of his work in Antwerp, Belgium, and then launches it in Paris or London. Antwerp has a strong art scene and artistic tradition. He challenges aesthetic norms and social stereotypes with his designs, proposing themes of gender and the body. Through the use of materials and experimental applications such as 3D printing, Walter emphasizes that clothing is a tool for individual expression, inspiring the viewer with dramatic, flamboyant styles. Points in time of creation and stages of career. Early 1980s. Graduated from the Royal Academy of Fine Arts in Antwerp in 1980. Together with 5 other classmates forming the Antwerp Six, 1990s. During this period, his personal style evolved, with themes focusing on technology, the future and gender deconstruction. Some of his signature collections, Wild and Lethal Trash, WLT, 1993, were inspired by digitization and neon color palettes. After 2000, incorporate identity and cultural diversity into their work. For example, the 2018 collection featured protests against global inequality and environmental issues. The importance of the work. Walter van Beirendonck's work usually conveys a strong social or cultural message, but some series have become particularly important milestones. 1. Lines. Lines are a common element in Walter's designs, and his work often utilizes exaggerated lines and flowing silhouettes to create dynamic visual effects. The contrast between straight and curved lines is often used to express strength and to break away from traditional shapes through the use of irregular lines, making the work more modern and experimental. Toe. Texture. Prints are often rich in Van Beirendonck's work. He often uses combinations of different fabrics, such as rough fabric and smooth leather, or multiple layers of textile substances to enhance the visual and tactile sensations. 3. Color. Walter's use of color is bold, vibrant and contrasting. He often uses childlike colors such as red, yellow, blue and green. These colors create a strong visual impact in his work. 4. Harmony and balance. Walter's designs often break the mold in terms of color and shape, creating balance through extreme contrast. Although his work often has a strong visual impact, it is not random, but rather structured and balanced to give the work a unique sense of rhythm. 5. Unity. Walter often incorporates patterns, symbols and words into his clothing designs, making the entire collection different even in its presentation. 6. Form and shape. Walter's work is experimental in form and shape. His designs often take on abstract and geometric forms, even distorting traditional clothing silhouettes. Through irregular shapes, he creates a futuristic and uncertain aesthetic that challenges traditional notions of beauty. How he breaks the natural contours of the body through distortion of shapes or unconventional cuts to create a new vision. 7. Rhythm and movement. Walter's designs are often characterized by a sense of rhythm, especially in the layout and structure of the garments. Through patterns, shapes or decorations, the designs not only present a sense of rhythm visually, but the pleats, layered structures or flowing lines of some garments may give a sense of flow, as if the designer is telling a dynamic story through visual means. Walter van Beirendonck is not only a fashion designer, but his work is often characterized by a strong social and cultural critique. Through his designs, he explores issues of personal identity, gender identity, and social norms, and his work not only creates a visual impact, but also sends a message through the medium of clothing about social phenomena, such as gender fluidity, challenges to traditional gender roles, and an emphasis on individual freedom.